Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's a little bit cooler. There's some wind, but it's still a lovely day. No question about it. Hope you're having a nice Saturday. Hope you've got your cup of coffee and you're ready to go. There's going to be an air show just to the south of us down in Huntington Beach today. Hope you get to participate in that and see that. It is going to be a lovely day. And besides all that, you know what it's time for. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's great to be back with you all. I am operating on that much sleep because yesterday, after the morning briefing, I took off for Mexico. I went down there to meet with some Mexican government officials, talking about moving all the goods that we've accumulated with your help throughout this year down into Mexico to distribute it to some people who really need our help. Where that's going to be, we're not sure quite yet, leaning towards Cedros Island because they did suffer some damage and a lot of problems during the hurricane. So anyway, I was down there doing that. I also dropped by La Huerita, a restaurant in Rosarito Beach, and Tony Lozano, the owner, was not there. In fact, he's in California, but I got to see his daughter and Tony's new granddaughter, and that was a thrill for me. Tony is a part of the Friedman Adventures family. He's such a dear friend of mine, and if you're ever in Rosarito Beach and you really want to have some great seafood, La Huerita is the place to go. And while I'm on the theme of being on the other side of the border, I might as well tell you that a guy by the name of Dale Grauberger. Dale is a great member of the Friedman Adventures family. He loves fishing on the Malahini with Bill Wilkerson. His daughters go quite often with us. They're always a lot of fun. He's been saying, Phil, you have to go to Telefonica in Tijuana. And so I took him up on it. Now, Telefonica is the old telephone company in Tijuana, converted into kind of a food court, but it's more than that. It's really, really unique. And Dale, I loved it. Anybody goes to Tijuana, you should stop in and check out Telefonica. They have a wide variety of food. The atmosphere is really, really family-oriented, very festive. It's really a fun place to visit, and I hope you can do that very, very soon. In terms of food, I mean, you can get everything from grilled sausage to a tomahawk steak to ramen, sashimi, sushi, chicken wings. I mean, you name it, they have got it. It's a great place, Telefonica in Tijuana. Man, the wind is really picking up here right now. I hope it's not screwing up my audio because it is really starting to blow here this morning. All right, let me take you south of the border again to Ensenada. This time we're going to talk a little bit more about fishing. And down in that neck of the woods, there has been some windy weather up and down, but when you can get out and find a kelp, man, more likely it's going to be holding Dorado. There's more yellowfin, mostly small fish down there right now, but that's okay. I mean, 8 to 15 pounds. There's still some yellowfin that get up to 50 pounds. Bluefin seem to be biting quite a bit better right now. So we're seeing more and more of that bluefin tuna in the picture. That is great. And also, we continue to see some marlin down there. Really great fishing going on down there in Ensenada. And of course, our San Diego fleet is down in that neck of the woods also. Some of them there, some of them out to the west. The fishing just keeps going on and on and on with no end in sight. I don't see it slowing down. Tackle wise, we've been suggesting to you 25 to 40 pound fluorocarbon, www.opsonusa.com. Put in FA at checkout. That seems to be the best way. A 2-0 hook with a big sardine. Now, remember, when things get a little bit tougher, you're going to drop down to lighter line. As light as 15 if you're catching Dorado, and as small as a number 4 hook. Some guys even go down to a number 6 hook, and that will get you more bites. That's when the bite is finicky. So you got to keep that in mind, and that will help you a great deal in terms of getting a bite when they are not all that eager. And of course, choosing a good hot bait is always a great idea. So down in Ensenada, some really nice fishing continuing down there. Yellowfin tuna, we see more bluefin tuna. The omnipresent Dorado bite just keeps raging on, and it continues to impress. The amount of flatheads this year has been absolutely incredible. All right, San Diego-based boats that are popping their nose across the border and really finding some outstanding fishing. And I'm talking, first of all, we'll take a look at that. I mean, how can you not just marvel at that big bluefin tuna coming on board the Condor? My God, most of that fishing is going on up there near San Clemente Island, but there's some of it spread all around right now. It's just amazing to me to think that we can catch that kind of fish on a day and a half or a 2-day trip, when before you had to be on a 16-day trip to accomplish that feat. Amazing stuff. All right, now to the 1-day trips. Let's talk about those guys because they've been all over it lately. Boats like the Grande have had outstanding fishing, and they did it again yesterday. 25 guys, limits of Dorado, a yellowtail, and 3 yellowfin tuna. Scott Bucher decking on board the Mission Belle. Scott said really nice fishing going on. They had 25 anglers, ended up with 23 bluefin tuna, 6 Dorado. Scott provided us with this video and a couple of nice photos. A very special day on board the Mission Belle. And again, my good buddy Sean Hardigan doing his thing and doing a great job out of Point Loma sport fishing. Highly recommend you jump on board with those guys. You will have an absolute ball. The San Diego, of course, that operation out of Seaforth is stellar. 32 bluefin, 3 yellowfin, 9 Dorado. And then you start looking at kind of multi-day trips like the Ocean Odyssey, limits of Dorado, 93 yellowfin tuna and a bluefin tuna. I mean, really great action going on. And really, we've had some of this wind at times. Right now, we're having some really nice weather, but even in the wind, this fish bit right through that. It just doesn't slow down. It is that good right now. And the bite down in San Diego, it is the best going on anywhere right now. It's awesome fishing going on. Daiwa Pacific, a 1-day trip, 16 guys, limits of Dorado, 14 bluefin, 5 on the yellowfin tuna. Old Glory with limits of Dorado. Fantastic fishing. And up there out of Ventura Harbor sport fishing, Tucker McCombs on board the Endeavor. He's had the horseshoe. He hasn't had the horseshoe because that insinuates that he's lucky. He's not lucky. Works hard, knows what he's doing. Had a 230-pound bluefin tuna on their most recent trip. 18 total bluefin. One of them went 230 pounds, 30 yellowtail. Just great fishing up there out of Ventura Harbor, sport fishing also. And once again, 805-676-3474 if you want to join Tucker or jump on the local boats up there. That fishing is also very good. Navigante out of Redondo, a 1.5-day trip. Nice fishing for them also. They ended up with 17 bluefin tuna. And I'll tell you, this bite is absolutely awesome. Tremendous. If you're fishing that big bluefin, 100-pound Spectra to 130, and leader material shouldn't be under 200-pound test. You want to fish the heavy end. Most of that fish is coming on knife jigs, flat falls, anywhere from 200 grams to 500 grams, depending on wind and current. Make sure you bring both. You just never know what kind of situation you'll be presented with when you're out on a trip. So make sure you go prepared. Really great fishing offshore, no question about it. Now, the Dorado in the LA Orange County area, are they back? Well, kind of. I mean, we started to see them again. Many guys were sending me texts yesterday saying they're back, and we're excited about it. And yeah, that is great. I mean, the half-day boat, Monte Carlo in the afternoon, was chasing around on Dorado yesterday. Ended up with 13 flatheads. There's nothing wrong with that. Several other guys got a little piece of it. The Native Son had 3 fish. Some other guys had a piece of it. The Enterprise. There are still Dorado around. And guys have been telling me, who've been out there spear fishing, that there's plenty of fish, but they have lockjaw. So we'll see if that is indeed the case. We'll see if that doesn't want to turn on and bite even better today. Now that we've got a little bit of a beat on it, hopefully guys are going to get on it and it's going to start to chew, or maybe it'll take just a little bit longer. And as I say, it is a little breezy here this morning. Looking out at the ocean, it's not bad at all, but offshore perhaps a little bit breezier. It's not usual to have this much wind in the morning, so we'll see where it goes from here. But nice to see some flatheads out here, and this is definitely where you're going to want to have that lighter line. We admonished you all to bring a variety of tackle, so it's from 15 to 40 pounds. That is indeed a very good idea right now, so keep that in mind, and hopefully we'll see more flatheads here today. The air show, flatheads, gorgeous day in SoCal. I don't know how the heck you can beat that. Really, really great stuff. All right, taking a look at the islands down south of the border, down there in Todos Santos. There's some yellows at Todos. There's also decent yellow fishing at the Coronado Islands. You can pick off yellowtail there. Fly line bait, surface ironfish, all that seemed to work very well. Up here at San Clemente Island, pardon me. There's been some really good scores on the yellowtail, and there's been some tougher scores on the yellowtail. There's a nice grade of fish there. I want to call it 15 to 20 pounds for the most part, but some fish pushing up there toward 25 pounds, and that's a nice grade of yellow, and they do pull hard. They learned that on the Freedom yesterday. They got 5 fish. They hooked about 15, and a lot of guys just got their butts kicked on some nice grade yellowtail. So you got to keep that in mind. And also there is that sea lion over there that can be a pain in the neck. Tino Valentine said, let's do a halibut drift, and he ended up with several shorts and 6 legal fish, and then they picked away at the whitefish and the rockfish and all of that, providing their anglers with some nice table fare. Kind of a similar day over on the Thunderbird, also with 8 yellowtail. Nice grade, same thing, and then picking away at the whitefish and rockfish and that kind of thing. Catalina Island has been improving. I'm telling you, there's not all that bad a bite going on there. There's smaller bonita that provides a lot of action, and then at times some decent calico bass fishing, not wide open by any stretch of the imagination, but decent calico bass fishing, and then whitefish and rockfish. Again, not wide open, but better than it has been. Channel Islands, excellent rockfish when you don't have all of this wind, which we're not supposed to have in the fall. What is going on with that? So, islands looking pretty good. Along the coast down there, San Diego, catching a few big yellows. Bass up and down the coast. Mostly shorts, but some legals there at Dana Redondo Special with a mix of calico and sand bass. Up there on the Spitfire, we also see some pretty good fishing going on bass up in that neck of the woods. Ventura, rockfish up there on their local scene. Good Corbina fishing up and down our beaches right now. That's not really all that bad. That continues to bite, especially if you're using some lighter line. That can really make a big difference for you all. So, some really good stuff going on. This local Dorado fishing is intriguing. Best bite is down south in San Diego, but some big bluefin. You can still see those fish coming on board. Slowed up a little bit, perhaps because of the wind out there, but we'll see how we progress as we move along. All right, everybody. That was a great day down in Mexico yesterday. Made a lot of progress in terms of getting all of the goods that you have donated. That's going to be on Dia de Reyes, the Epiphany, on January the 6th, and perhaps some of you can come down. Also, our Relentless trip out of San Diego, we get in on Monday morning, which is Halloween morning, and I think we're going to pop across the border and go to the Hotel Del Mar and barbecue our fish down there. Our host is Gerardo Delgado, and he's going to take care of all that. He'll provide the sides down there and a great ambiance down there. So I hope you'll be able to join us as we go south of the border after that great trip on board the Relentless. All right, my friends, it's always good to see you here on the Freedman Adventure YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Again, a great air show a little bit later here today, and just a gorgeous day. Now the wind has stopped. Miraculously, the wind has stopped. Have a great day. Let me grab my coffee one more time and toast you. Wish you a great weekend, and thanks again for all you do to help others in this world. We couldn't do it without you. We deeply appreciate that. That was fun at Telefonica last night. A lot of good fun there and some really great fishing going on. I wish you a lot of big fish on your next trip. Have a great one, and thanks again for taking the time to join me here this morning.